Yeah, yeah, it's the power hour where the bruisers eat. No finesse, no flukes, just backs that punish. Fantasy gold in the mud, let's eat. Yo, welcome to the power hour.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Football Power Hour. My name is Andy Blake, and with me, as always, Muscles Rhino. What's going on, Mus?
Not a whole lot. What's happening tonight?
Well, all kinds of stuff. We got some reactions for week one. We have, all kinds of crazy stuff I feel like happened, right? I feel like we got a lot wrong. We got a lot right. So now it's time to react. We don't want to overreact, but we'll kind of see what happens here. So let's jump into it. We already got a couple questions here. So just traded Hunter and Chubb for JCM and redraft. So what, Travis Hunter, I take it?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I don't mind that.
If it's Travis Hunter, I honestly just traded Hunter and Chubb for J. I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of lean that Travis Hunter side there, but
Maybe a shark class Hunter.
if you, and maybe it is. Maybe it is. We get a little bit of clarification on that, then
Yeah.
answer into that. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into it here. So we kind of had a little bit of a crazy, jump into this game last night, right? Where we had Caleb Williams versus JJ McCarthy. So kind of some of my takeaways from this game, we kind of just mentioned it pre-show. Is the gap really that big between Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, I mean, I think the gap shrunk if there was.
Right.
Because
I definitely think there was, like, where you were getting Caleb, and that's no hate. Like, I thought both these guys looked really, really good. So just for me personally, it's just like, I just don't. I think where you were drafting JJ McCarthy, if you have JJ McCarthy right now, you're feeling a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm really happy how both these teams looked. Now, Caleb, man, to me was really, really like athletically moving around real good. So I really like seeing that out of him. And JJ McCarthy was off to a little bit of a slow start through that real bad pick six, but it was really nice to see him bounce back. And unfortunately, the Bears kind of choked it away. I mean, just problem after problem. Really looked like the Bears had it in the bag. I fell asleep in the fourth quarter. Woke up at like 4 a.m. for work, and seeing that the Vikings won is like, holy shit, that was crazy.
So just from what you said, Caleb Williams on keep trade cuts, quarterback 12, JJ McCarthy's quarterback 14. So
Quarterback
actually,
12.
I mean,
right. And did that change already though? Is that already
right?
I wish I would have
right.
seen from a couple days ago. If there's any
I
way we
know.
can see like where he went, but where you were getting him. I mean, I know in a couple leagues I got McCarthy. Shit, I got him in like the 6th round of Superflex.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I can go to
compared
Dynasty
to a
Trade
second-round.
Calculator. Dynasty Trade Calculator has rankings from like past rankings, so like I can look at a month ago.
Yeah, it'd be nice to kind of see like where he was.
Yeah. Let's go to August.
Yeah. And there was people that were really high on him, some people that were really low, but I think I've seen enough where I'm very, very happy.
Okay, August, Caleb Williams, quarterback 8. Now this is Dynasty Trade Calculator, and JJ McCarthy, quarterback 17.
There it is.
Yeah, there's a 9-spot gap there, or 11 spot gap.
Let's do a little with McCarthy. Would you rather, Muscles? All right.
Okay.
So what, he was coming in at what, quarterback 14 on KTC?
Yeah.
Would you rather have JJ McCarthy or Michael Penix?
Oh, I think right now, I think give me McCarthy.
Yeah, I go McCarthy there as well. Would you rather have J.J. McCarthy or Kyler Murray?
I might stick with what we know. I might still go Kyler. I think Kyler's
Okay.
got that quarterback one upside.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Kyler played all right, was sick, but ended up kind of coming in and doing his thing. How about your boy muscles, Trevor Lawrence?
Nah, I think at this point, I think I'm JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence disappointed. He was really DFS chalk. I mean, played okay, but just
Should have been a lot better against what were they playing? Carolina.
yeah. You were
So,
definitely disappointed. If Travis Etienne keeps doing what he's doing, then I think that's going to hurt him a little bit too.
yeah.
How about Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy or Cam Ward?
Oh my, that's tough.
I mean, Cam Ward had a bad game, but it's his first NFL game against a super tough defense.
Yeah, I love Cam Ward. I think sky's the limit, but I think I'm gonna go McCarthy just because of the weapons. Better
Yeah.
system. Until they
I-
get Cam Ward a better system.
And here's the thing too: if you did want to flip him back, you probably could get Cam Ward plus. You know what I mean? Just even off
Yeah.
week one reaction. I'm there too. I'm gonna go McCarthy, and I don't want to overreact to this, but I was really, really happy with what I seen. Let's go. How about Baker Mayfield, Moss?
Oh man, I love Baker. I think just give me McCarthy for the age, but I think if you are a contender, I think you definitely got to go Baker.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those. It just depends on what direction you kind of want to go. Because I could go
Right.
either way. Like if you are a full blown, let's go win the ship.
yeah.
I'm going Baker.
I think I'm still going. I think I'm going to disagree. I think I'm still going to go McCarthy, and I see what you're saying with that. I just how he bounced back to me.
Yeah, that did show a lot.
It showed a lot to me, and I think the Bears' defense is actually really good. Now they were missing some key pieces. Jalen Johnson was out. I believe the other corner, drawing a blank on who it was. He was out as well. So
Yeah.
like they were hurt. So I mean, but I still don't want to take anything away because
Right,
he threw the
right.
bad pick. He got hit, got bounced around, still came back and won. Let's do one more here. Would you rather have JJ McCarthy or Brock Purdy?
Give me McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm easily McCarthy there as well. So let's go back to this comment before we talk a little bit more. So quarterback, Lamar, running back ETN, JCM, wide receiver Chase, JMO, McBride, Ollie, Kraft, yes, Travis Hunter. Yeah, I still lean the Hunter side, but I mean it's just what you believe in JCM. You know, it is a redraft league, it's not a dynasty league. Travis Hunter did have a good matchup, played a little bit of defense, but I think things will get better for him as well. But I don't mind that for redraft, King. What's up, Dynasty Dog? Mike, thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you're having a good night.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit of Caleb then. I mean, so Caleb, for me, again, we kind of talked about this pre-show as well too. Caleb looked really good. He went 10 of 10, set some kind of record, like 1970s. I couldn't even figure out the quarterback's name, but he checked down a lot. That was something I want to see Caleb. And for Roma Dunze to exceed, we need Caleb to throw the ball down the field a little bit more. So, Mus, what was your takeaways with Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it. I mean, he definitely looked quick. I mean, the way he moved around in the pocket, I think I was flipping back and forth between the Manning cast and the other the other showing that didn't have the Manning cast. But even the Mannings were pretty impressed. I knew they had Bill Murray, I think, on at the time when he escaped this one and threw it. You know, I mean, it was nice. I mean, just see him move around in the pocket a little bit. It definitely looked like he a little bit more comfortable. And then in the second half, I mean, we watched the highlights there on break at work, and it seemed like he was going a little bit more downfield.
Yeah,
he hit Cole Kmet, and that was a nice diving catch by Cole Kmet.
it was.
But yeah, I mean, he definitely looks a lot more comfortable than what he did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think a big thing for me is Ben Johnson wants to get the ball out of his hands fast. He doesn't want him taking these big hits. I'm like you. I was very surprised. I mean, we watched a ton of USC film, a ton of. I did not see him being that fast at USC, and he was running away all the time his senior year at USC. I mean, there was nothing there like he had to. So for them to beef up this line, and it's all going to come together. Like the Vikings are a tough defense. Like this is no slouch defense. Brian Flores is possibly the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. I mean, obviously had his stint as a head coaching job, didn't work out, but as a defensive coordinator, I don't know why the Steelers didn't keep him as a D coordinator. Maybe he wanted to go to Minnesota because he had a small stint there. The Steelers. I think he was a linebacking coach or something, but this guy is a great D coordinator.
Yeah. I think they got a tough matchup again next week. I think it's Detroit. I could be wrong on that.
Yes, yeah, it is Detroit.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I mean, Detroit's. Let's just talk about that real quick. Detroit's under a ton of pressure because they end up getting, I mean, absolutely slaughtered by the Green Bay Packers. So now you have Ben Johnson, who, yes, he didn't win this game, but is going to know everything Detroit's doing. Detroit could not do. We had Jared Goff bold takes where I said he wasn't going to be top 20. You said top 15, and he did struggle bad. Amon-Ra couldn't get anything going. Jahmyr Gibbs really struggled. Like they looked bad. Did the Packers look that good or did Detroit look that bad? Because that's something too. Like, is Detroit for real at all? Like, did they miss their opportunity? How do you feel?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch really any of the game, so I don't want to go to like start speculating just to fit my narrative and just say, oh yeah, Detroit just looked that bad. It could be a little bit of both. I mean, we got to realize like Detroit's going through a lot of growing pains right now. Like I think offense and defensive coordinator are both brand new. Obviously, I know offensive, but I believe their defensive coordinator is brand new also. Yeah. So we have a lot of growing to do. A lot of like just getting stuff together, seeing how the game plan smoothens out. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to throw in the towel already and say, Detroit's going to miss the playoffs or anything like that. But, definitely expected a lot more. And Green Bay, it just box score looking and just from the highlights I saw, Green Bay looks like the real deal. I mean, they spent up for Micah Parsons. They paid him all that money. They gave up the first round draft capitals. Yeah. And it looks like it might be a good investment.
Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of the problem whenever you have opportunities to win and you don't, because Ben Johnson leaves, gets a head coaching job. Aaron Glenn leaves, gets a head coaching job. Tanner Engstrand leaves, goes with Aaron Glenn to be the offensive coordinator with the New York Jets. So you're just backfilling, and you have a quarterback who, like, I don't really want to hate on Goff, but he's not super athletic. He's very, like, coach-driven, in my opinion. So it feels like Detroit missed their opportunity. Like, yeah. And I'm not saying they're, like, not going to be back up in there, but this team, this whole division got very strong very fast. You see J.J. McCarthy looking good. You see Caleb Williams looking good. See, Green Bay kills them. I mean, no matter what, it's week one, whatever, but it is a division game. So let's go over this trade question real quick before we get into the next part here. So halfbacks, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt or Indiana Danny plus a mid-first for a small chance at the 101. I mean, if there's any chance for the 101 next year, but I mean, week one, it's really hard to speculate what the 1-1 is.
Yeah, who's Danny?
I don't know. Indiana Danny. Yeah, and then also Christian Watson. Christian Watson gets that $13 million 1 year deal.
Oh, J.J. McCarthy or Danny Dimes?
I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, Christian Watson signed with. Got that alert.
Is that just like a friendly deal? Like we feel bad, you keep getting hurt. Christian Watson, I feel like has so much talent, but just can never, kind of like put it all together to stay, absolutely stay on the field. So yeah, that was kind of my takeaways from last night's game. I secretly thought it was a pretty damn good game. Another good game that happened, the Bills and Ravens, Muscles. That one was real wild. Now, again, we fell asleep at half. Well, I fell asleep at halftime. But a big thing for me that I seen that I couldn't believe, they could not stop Derrick Henry. They just you would see them go after him, and then after they couldn't stop Derrick Henry, they couldn't stop Josh Allen. We seen a stat. What was the stat? Josh Allen threw for like 250 yards in the fourth quarter or something in a touchdown.
251, yeah.
251. I don't know if that was a franchise. It's got to be, I'm sure, a franchise record or damn close.
Yeah,
but that's wild. This is one that you're going to see here in the playoffs. It's going to go crazy. It's Baltimore, Buffalo. Can't believe that many points were put up. I mean, being
what was it, 84 or something like that?
I think it was 84. It was what, 40, 43, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. That's crazy. I mean, you got to realize, like, Derrick Henry's 31 years old. Like, he is, like, the unicorn. Like, I say it every year. I'm like, this might be the year Derrick Henry. And, yeah, it's week 1. I mean, we'll see week 10. Like, he could. But, like, week 1, it doesn't look like he's – okay, so 81 points. But
yeah, 81.
But, yeah, Derrick Henry, I mean, he just looks like a man among boys. I mean, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. Crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, he's so fun to watch, too. Like, he's like a bowling ball. Like, every year people fade this guy, and he just puts up numbers. I mean, and really has stayed healthy throughout his career besides that foot injury in Tennessee.
Yeah, the Ravens got a steal. I mean,
Yeah, they absolutely did. He takes care of his body, man. Like, it's just like he knows what to do and how to do it. So, that I love that. Now, another takeaway here, Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman had a big game. What was he? He was like a top 3 receiver.
Yeah, I think he's wide receiver 2 of the week. Yeah.
Is he for real? Like, are you buying into Keon Coleman? Because he is young. He was a second-round pick, higher second-round pick.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, we're all looking for this number 1 receiver in Buffalo. I mean, we thought it was Shakir. I thought it was Shakir. I wasn't a big Keon Coleman fan. I know you weren't either.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And Coleman is full. It very well could be, because I think eventually they have to bring somebody else in.
Yeah.
I mean, we say this year in and year out, and they never do. But I mean, Coleman very well could be fool's gold. I couldn't agree more, because we didn't like the tape.
No, but I have no Keon Coleman. Yeah, I don't either. And honestly, maybe bad take by me, when they signed Gabe Davis, I was like, wow, did they not like what they seen in Keon Coleman? That was my first thought.
Yeah,
bringing Gabe Davis back. I mean, I know he's Gabe Davis, but like, I was like, wow, this actually isn't a bad spot for Gabe Davis, because he knows the system. Him and Josh Allen have had a rapport. Trust me, there was a time where we were given a late first for Gabe Davis. You remember them days?
Yep.
It was real. Like, that happened.
So where that is true. Don't expect 41 points per game by Buffalo. Yeah, that is true. But like,
this is an offense that puts up a lot of points.
Where were we drafting Keon Coleman in rookie drafts? Was he a second-round pick, or was he a first? I don't. Yeah,
he was like, I seen him go late first, middle second. So that's the thing, and that's why I'm not really buying into it. Like, I would rather use Keon Coleman to go get somebody else. Like use Quentin Johnston, who had a 2-touchdown game. Use Keon Coleman. Like, they were 2 of the highest receivers. Can you use them? And is there a way that, like, somebody's really worried about AJ Brown? Can you give up one of them in a first and get AJ Brown? Like, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't I don't think you're going to get Keon Coleman for a second. Okay, so
No, I don't. I don't either.
if you're a contender, like okay, so let's say you're in on Keon Coleman. Like let's say I'm here. I'm like, you know what, Keon Coleman's for real. He's gonna. All right, so I pay a first now. Why would I pay a first now when I think I can? I believe I can sit back and wait a couple weeks and see how this plays out. Is Keon Coleman ever going to be worth more than a first?
Exactly, and that's exactly what King said, and it's peaked. Like, and I agree, it is like
yeah,
and that's exactly what you're kind of reiterating there, right? Like, you ever going to go out and have to pay 2 firsts for Keon Coleman? I mean, maybe, because there was a time where Nico Collins was a first, and then now it's two. But I just don't think he's near the prospect of what Nico Collins was.
Nope. And not the victory lap, but I said that about Derrick Henry when the Ravens signed him. I'm like, just sit back. Like, if Derrick Henry's good, then maybe you got to throw a third on top of that first.
Right, right. You're not going to have to play astronomical prices.
And he was running back one going into the trade deadline, and it's like, what did you have to pay on top of that first? Like, just let that Coleman owner take the risk.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're all going to try to offload. If you can get them for a discount, like, I mean, if you could get them for a 26-second, are you willing to take that gamble? Not saying that you could, but if it happened, if that was offered to you in your inbox and you're like, hey, I'm a middle of the road team, would you do that?
Well, for a second, I think I would. I think I would. Like a mid second, I'll take the gamble.
Yeah, I think for a second I'm willing. I don't think that gets it done. Like, again,
I don't either. But yeah, but if you get it in your inbox, if somebody was like, here's Keon Coleman for a second, I think I'm accepting it.
Yeah, I think I would too, because there might be some, like I said, there might be some people that do want to offload. They're like, hey, like you said, I don't want the risk. Get it out of here. You know,
because if Keon Coleman comes out next week and has 3 points, he's not going to be worth dog water at that point. But like, if he keeps it up, like I said, I don't think he's ever going to be worth more than a first. So I'm just like, just sit back, wait till like week 5. I mean, if he's quarterback or wide receiver, top 15-ish, top 20-ish, I mean, and you want to take that gamble, take the gamble.
Right. Yeah, I'm there too. Again, a guy though that, like, I think we can come in agreement. We're trying to buy low on some of these guys that people are freaking out about. George Pickens, what do I have to give to get George Pickens? What do I have to give to get AJ Brown?
And these guys had 4 drops. 4 drops.
Who?
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I know it says 4. I feel like 1 or 2 of them were kind of like, he should have caught them, but they weren't great.
I know, but I was seeing that all over Twitter. 4 drops. How concerned are we? Da 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 da.
Yeah, I know. It just.
Yeah, I mean, people do panic. So yeah,
they do. CeeDee Lamb's notorious for slow starts too. Like, you remember we were panicked a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
like we did a panic meeting.
I remember that. Yep.
We're like a 7.
Yeah, there's that one game. Yeah, there's that one game where he looked awful. Didn't even look like he knew what routes he was running. Like,
I know, and that's why it wasn't the performance. It was just like even the mental things, man. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
So maybe we can just talk about that game real quick. I know it seems like it was forever ago, but this Eagles and Dallas game where we thought, well, not necessarily we, but I think consensus thought was basically Philly was going to come in and absolutely wipe the floor with Dallas. Dallas said, no, not happening. Everybody's counting us out because we lost Parsons. We're going to come in here and show you that we can still do something. And it was a close game, but I think what really made that close was the spit heard around the world from Jalen Carter.
The old Hawk Tua.
Yeah, the old Hawk Tua. Yeah, that was gross, hard to watch. I've seen Dak spit, but I don't know. Speculate whatever you want. Doesn't really matter, but he was thrown out of the game. Fine today as well. Takeaways from that for me, I know people are shitting all over Jalen Hurts. I do not get that. I know A.J. Brown struggled. I know they didn't throw the ball a ton, but they did not spy Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts had running lanes open, open, and open. It was working, so why change it? Like, they don't care about our fantasy teams. This isn't going to happen every week. They're going to
No.
eventually put a spy on him. He's not going to be able to do this. Now, Jalen Hurts, yes, he does run the ball, but I'm buying low on A.J. Brown. I know George Pickens didn't have the greatest game. I still think this is a Dallas offense that I want a part of.
Yeah.
I don't believe Carter got another game suspension.
I don't believe so either. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think he did.
No, I think that counted for a suspension. I read something earlier on X that I believe that counted for his game, but I mean, we'll see. I that kind of changed the whole outcome. Your boy Javonte Williams muscles.
Yeah.
Woo!
We were victory lapping there, but I mean we've got to set realistic expectations. If you take them 2 touchdowns out,
it wasn't the greatest.
It wasn't. I mean, I liked it, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, if you can sell high on Javonte, I mean, I'm all about it, and I'm the king of the Javonte club.
But he did get the majority of the work. Miles Sanders fumbled.
He did. Yeah.
I mean, Miles Sanders had like a 50-yard run, but then he ended up fumbling. I think it was the same drive. A lot of people are still in on that Jaden Blue. We talked about that before. We'll just let Jaden Blue beat us. No, I'm just not really worried about it. But I think the takeaway from it is don't overreact because of the touchdowns. But I will say he looks like he's getting the majority of the work. So I think that's good for Javonte. And if he settles around 65%, even when Blue's back, I still think that's good.
Yeah,
65% is a good number.
I do too. There's really not many bell cows in the NFL, so
no. I think the takeaway too is he going to be still in the pass catching work? That's what I want to see as well, because if Dallas is playing behind, if he can get into game script and not Blue, good news for Javonte.
Right.
So is there anything else we want to talk about with that game? I think that kind of really sums that game.
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, I'm with you on the Jalen Hurts. Everybody's overreacting. I mean, Jalen Hurts just seems like he just does enough. You know, I mean, I was like you. I thought the Eagles were going to come in and wipe him out, but it just seems like Jalen Hurts seems like he just does enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
So
let's jump into South America game, and that would be Kansas City and the Chargers. So we talked about this. We knew that this could be a game that we really felt like the Chiefs could struggle, and they did. And a big worry I had, does Travis Kelce still have anything left? And he had the perfect opportunity to come out and show us, because Xavier Worthy got hurt right away. I don't know. We'll kind of touch on Xavier Worthy here as well, but he had the perfect opportunity, and just, in my opinion, besides the touchdown catch, did absolutely nothing. Panic meter on Kelce for me, 9, 10. It's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah.
I feel like if it wouldn't ruin his legacy, he would retire tomorrow.
Yep. I agree. Who else? I mean, Hollywood Brown was leading.
Hollywood Brown stepped in, did a good job. Jalen Royals could be back. It's a name to watch for if you're in redraft leagues. Of course, in Dynasty, he was drafted. Redraft leagues, I mean, maybe people will be in on Brown. I think Jalen Royals really fits Rashee Rice's role till Rashee Rice is back. But, this is what we kind of talked about too, Muscles. Do you take the under on Kansas City if they were? I don't know what their over-under was for season wins. If it was, I would guess 10.5, maybe 11. You take that under.
Oh yeah, I think we were talking about this preseason, or
a couple weeks ago. I think we mentioned about.
Yeah, we mentioned about it, and I never did go look, but I'm definitely in on it, because I just don't see it. Like, this team is torn apart. It's just not the Chiefs dynasty.
Yeah.
But I'm praying Royals comes back quick, because if he comes back quick, that's wheels up. I know Mike's got a lot of shares. I've got a lot of shares. It is 10.5.
Yeah.
So the over's plus money at plus 105, and the under is minus 125. So
Doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. And I wouldn't take the plus money on that. There's no way.
no,
This Chargers team looked pretty good in my opinion. I mean, defensively, couldn't believe they threw the ball as much as they did. I was really shocked by that. Herbert's so damn good too. Like, I mean, he is so good. So I just Kelsey, big time worry, and I'm with Mike. Get Jalen Royals on the field. He's definitely sneaky. I think he'll step right into this. If there's any way, do you move Marquise Brown off of this? Like, is there any way? Because I just don't know. We haven't really heard anything from Xavier Worthy. Like, he didn't go on IR. They're kind of keeping it hush hush. Like,
yeah, according to the football guys, which if anybody doesn't, they put out a 10-minute episode every day. It's just 10 minutes, like just injury news, like what happened, everything like that. So it's definitely a listen. It's nice. It's just 10 minutes. But anyway, they said that he's going to play with a shoulder, basically a shoulder cast.
Oh, wow.
And
how much does that affect his game?
Yeah, now they did say that. According to them, they said other receivers have done it before, and it doesn't seem to really it doesn't set them back too much, but it's definitely going to set them back a little bit. But yeah. I mean, they're still saying this week's up in the air, but that's probably going to be a couple weeks in this shoulder cast when he comes back.
He took a brutal hit, friendly fire. Yeah. Like this friendly fire shit with the Chiefs, dude. Oh, not good. Not good. Yeah. I mean, so if he does play in a cast and he does play, how confident are you about shoving him in your lineup?
Yeah, I see it as like in Dynasty, I see it as like a buying opportunity because I kind of like Worthy in this Andy Reid offense. I think a lot of people are going to be down on him, and we know how people are as far as getting wins early in the year. I see it as a buying window, but I wouldn't shove him in until he shows that he can put up the numbers that my lineup needs, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm there too. I just, and that sucks because especially in best ball leagues and stuff, you drafted him pretty high. Like if you wanted to fade Rashee Rice because you felt like, oh, Xavier Worthy's going to give us a nice boost to the year because no Rashee Rice, and then now he's going to miss. And if they were to come back, say right around the same time, like right around that bye or after the bye, you really, really lost out on a lot of big opportunities if you drafted Xavier Worthy. Yeah, Dynasty, I like Worthy. How do they use him? I mean,
once
he's still going to have a good. He's still going to have a good role because they still seem like they cannot run the ball. Travis Kelce doesn't look good, so even when Rashee Rice is back, he definitely still is going to get opportunities. Could you turn Keon Coleman into Xavier Worthy if he has another good week?
Yeah, I like that move. Even like Quentin Johnson, Zay Flowers. Yeah. I'd probably even go Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
That's closer. It
is close. That's close. And I mean, this is of course Dynasty, not redraft. I mean, redraft, you're kind of like,
yeah.
You just want to see, but yeah, I think them are the kind of my main takeaways with that. Marquise Brown, we'll see if he can continue to kind of jump in there and do what he's doing, but dynasty wise, it might be a nice time to sell Hollywood Brown off your roster and
definitely
move him for somebody that didn't do anything or just somebody you kind of believe in, like a Jalen Royals. Like I'd love to try to somehow make that move. Don't know if you really can. I threw Tyquan Thornton in. If you're in like a deeper best ball league and he's on your waiver wire tomorrow, pick him up because they did throw the ball downfield quite a bit. Like he kind of jumped into that Worthy role going downfield. Like they were trying everything they could to open up the middle of the field for Travis Kelce or whoever, Marquise Brown, whoever they could put in that slot to get in the middle of the field. They were sending Thornton down and trying to hit him on deep balls to open it up, but I think they converted on one of them, but just something that if he does break loose in best ball leagues, he could maybe make your starting lineup. So something to kind of like take a little bit of note of. And then I think that's really it for that. Another game where we're going to have some big reactions. The Miami and Indianapolis Colts game. Does Mike McDaniel, how hot is that seat, Muscles? I'm not going to sit here and say, like, he needs fired, but how hot is the seat on a scale of 1 to 10? How spicy?
Oh, yeah, it's got to be pretty warm. It just did not look good. Didn't look like anybody was there to play. Looks like he almost lost the locker room, kind of in a way. It's just
he can't adjust, dude. He cannot. He does not go in and make. Like, I feel like when they go into the half, it's probably boring. Like, people are probably sitting there like playing tic-tac-toe and like, because there's no adjustment.
Candy Crush, yeah,
Candy Crush. Like, hey, go ahead, guys,
Yeah.
get on your phone, do whatever.
It's not good. I mean,
It's bad.
The
defense is bad.
Everything was bad. Like, this team, unless something like we were talking, I think Tyreek Hill probably goes back to the Chiefs. Like, I think that would be a great move.
Yeah.
Like, just
and the Chiefs could use them so bad right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, McDaniel's offensive coordinator, not a head coach. I would love him. Like, if he got fired and I need an offensive coordinator,
he's a
I'd
perfect
call him.
hire for that.
I'd call him up. But I don't know. Like, if you got Tua, if you got like Achane looked okay. But yeah, Waddle, unless Tyreek gets moved, I mean, is Waddle really anything right now? I don't think.
I don't, you know what? I don't know if he is a good offensive coordinator. I don't know, because here's the thing. You got to make adjustments, man. You have to watch the field, because we see it with Tua. When Tua goes down, they still just try to do what Tua does, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then now Tua can't do it because the offensive line's so bad. So they're not really adjusting anything to help anybody out. We'll see what happens week 2. But he needs to make adjustments.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to see. They're over under 6.5. Tyreek to Pittsburgh heating up.
That'd be nice. I don't know. I don't think the Steelers. As a Steelers fan, I don't know. But they did get Jabril Peppers today. I like that. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they seem to be making moves. I mean, I don't want to sit here and go all in for a Super Bowl that we're never going to win, because, I mean, that Bills team, Ravens team, that's still going to be tough.
I know. I know, and I don't want to overact, but we'll touch on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We'll touch on Pittsburgh. But I think with this game, Tyreek, I definitely think Tyreek's moved at some point. He didn't want to be there. Definitely doesn't want to be there. You know, my panic meter on Tua is very, very high, and they're stuck with him for at least a couple more years. The dead cap's real high. He had 2 turnovers at one point on 3 snaps. He had 3 total turnovers. So Tua just really, really bad. The line, the defense, they need some work, man. They need some work. They didn't run the ball at all. You know, we were more Jalen Wright people, but Ollie Gordon looked really good all preseason. Had like 2 carries for 2 yards. Just absolutely did nothing. It's just not what Miami. It's not what we're used to seeing with Miami. Jalen Waddle was hurt at one point.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And this was a good matchup. And Daniel Jones is out here looking like John Elway. I mean, 3 total touchdowns. Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones for real, Moss?
Man, that's tough. It really is. I mean, this is a Miami defense that I think is pretty soft, but I mean, you got to give him his flowers. Like, he went out there and did what he was supposed to do. You know, Michael Pittman had a good game. Tyler Warren had a good game. Like, you know, I mean, you got to give it to him. I mean, I'm kind of up in the air on that. I'm not going to go out and buy any Daniel Jones after this week, but I mean, it's definitely piquing my interest a little bit. Like, if you can continue this, I don't know who they got next week off the top of my head, but
they got the Cowboys. No, they don't. No, they don't. I was looking at the Giants. It's kind of weird seeing them as a coach. They got the Eagles, Muscle, so that's a tough one.
See, that's a tough one. Like, if he even has.
No, they don't. I'm sorry. They have the Broncos, but still very tough.
Still a very tough defense. So yeah, we'll see how he does after next week. I mean, that'll be his kind of
Yeah.
test. I mean, we'll see Surtain probably on Pittman. So
Let's
We'll
let's
s-
talk a little. Who would you rather with Daniel Jones? Would you rather have Matt Stafford?
give me Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, okay. How about Jalen Milrow?
I think give me Milrow. I'm
Yeah,
shooting for the upside of Milrow.
I am too. How about Aaron Rodgers?
Give me Jones.
That's tough for me. I really liked how Pittsburgh looked.
I know,
I
but
really liked how Pittsburgh looked, but I
get
don't
it.
think
But
Daniel Jones is that good. But at the same time, we see this with a lot of guys. Baker, a late resurgence, like
and King of Spades is right, or King of Diamonds, maybe. I don't know. Is that yeah? That's a diamond on a spade. But anyway, I mean, he did have that one good year with New York, and then it just seemed like the line. We've watched some on primetime games, so obviously we don't watch every Giants game, but like there's a game he had like 8 sacks before halftime. Like
yeah, oh yeah,
that team, he had some terrible teams.
absolutely.
So I don't want to like sit there and just say he's a terrible quarterback because of that. And like he did say, Shane Steichen is a quarterback guru. We've preached that since day one. So like I think if he could come out and have a semi decent year, I mean he probably gets re-signed.
Yeah, and I would like him in Indianapolis. This is good for the pass catchers. Now, this is bad news for Jonathan Taylor because he stole 2 goal line touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was something that that surprised me a little bit. I mean, yeah, I know he does. He has wheels on him, man. He really does. I mean, we seen it with the Giants. I think he finished right outside of a quarterback one the one year, and basically a lot of it was from rushing.
Yes. Yeah, there was that game where he tripped over himself, had the easy touchdown. But I mean, I don't want to write him off, and I don't want to sit here and say that he is it. But I don't want to also say that he isn't. Like
right.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Right. I think if I'm competing, I think I lean Rodgers just for the simple fact, I really liked how he looked. Now it was 1 week. We'll see. I want Milrow though, and I want Daniel Jones over Stafford. I'm a little optimistic.
I mean, we're gonna get there. Do you think this is Aaron Rodgers' peak though? I mean, week 1, he's fresh.
Right. And that's yeah.
Is this his peak?
Yeah. It might be, but is it Daniel Jones's peak?
That's true too. He did play a terrible defense. Who's in the Colts division? I mean, they got the Jaguars, who have a pretty easy defense.
Right.
I'm drawing a blank. Is it the Texans have a pretty tough defense?
Texans have a really good defense.
They have a tough defense. And then who's I'm drawing a blank. Titans.
And the Titans, in my opinion, have a really good defense. And I think Jacksonville's defense. And that's another thing. Is Bryce Young that bad, or did Jacksonville's defense get a little better?
That's a question.
I'm not saying that they're really good, but we watched preseason. We're like, hey, Miami's defense is really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
And that's what leaves me a little bit of optimism there. Is DJ Giddens a top 3 handcuff? I think top 2. I don't personally. I mean, he's okay.
I'm not. Yeah, he's okay. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Saying I can't get there. I'm just not there yet.
I think Jonathan Taylor's a bell cow there. Now, if he were, I mean, handcuff wise, if he were to get hurt, but I don't. In my opinion, he's not top 3.
Yeah,
he's not top 3 for me. Tyler Warren looked excellent. I mean, I think it's something that we talked at work today, Muscles. I think we can just sit back and we can say, okay, Tyler Warren over Colston Loveland.
Yes. I
know it's
like that from day one. Yeah,
I was too. I think Tyler Warren's a damn good football player. Not take anything away from Loveland. There's just other options there as well. And this hurts Josh Downs. This is something that, like, I was a little bit worried about, earlier in the season. Like, I just was never a big Downs guy. I think Josh Downs is a fine player, but they're going to look for Tyler Warren underneath.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's talk a little bit here. Let's get into a little Emeka Egbuka talk. We'll talk a little bit of this Tampa Bay and Falcons game. Emeka Egbuka, man, he looked good. Now,
Yes, he
the
did.
2 touchdowns did inflate his stats a little bit, right? They definitely did. But, I mean, I liked how they used him. It's his first NFL game. And going against the Atlanta defense that I think's, pretty damn solid. So
yeah, and he was getting good separation. Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we just said about Daniel Jones, he did everything he was supposed to do.
Yep. And Emeka Egbuka, rose up really high now on KTC. I don't know where he was, but they have him wide receiver 13.
Oh, wow.
So we'll do a little bit of would you rather. Is that a little high, Muscles? Let's talk a couple rookies real quick. Would you rather have Emeka Egbuka or Ted McMillan?
I'm going to Egbuka.
I'm going to Egbuka as well. Emeka Egbuka or Travis Hunter?
This might be a little reactionary, but I'm going to go Egbuka.
I am too. And I know. And I was high on Travis Hunter, but I really like how they used him in this offense.
Yeah,
I
do like the offense a lot better. I
do
just
too. I think with Travis Hunter, he's going to have weeks and he's going to eat in. He's eating into Brian Thomas, I feel like. They could do that to each other. But at the same time, I feel like Mike Evans and Egbuka could do that a little bit too. But and it's not really – that's close to me.
yeah.
Emeka Egbuka or Garrett Wilson?
Oh, boy. I think I'm going to shoot for the ceiling of Egbuka. I feel like Garrett Wilson's kind of capped. I mean, he re-signed in New York,
right?
And they're tied to Justin Fields. Which I mean, Justin Fields, whatever, he had a great game or whatever. But I feel like he is capped with Justin Fields as a quarterback. I mean, we all know that.
I feel like it's consolidated, though. I think that would be my little bit of pushback. I feel like, but at the same time, it could hurt because if nobody else can open the field, they need Breece Hall on the field. I think that's the only thing that opens up the consolidation targets. We know they're going to run the ball. I really like how they RPO'd. We'll get into that game, but I think that does help open things up for Garrett Wilson.
I could see that. Yeah.
It's close. It is close to me, and I never thought I would say that this fast. It's close.
Yeah.
I had a ton of start-sit questions, and a lot of people were Egbuka, and I was like, I would personally, he was probably more wide receiver back end 2-ish 3 for me because and really the touchdown saved them, right? I mean, 4 catches. Did. But it's still, I love the usage. They gave him a reverse at one point. I really like how they lined him up. One more. Let's go over one more. Emeka Egbuka or T. Higgins?
I'm going to go Egbuka.
Yeah,
T to me, I like T. When he's on the field, he's great. It's just I just get tired of his injuries.
And I think Emeka Egbuka can end up being the number 1. We know that T isn't going to be with Ja'Marr Chase.
Yeah.
How about A.J. Brown? Emeka Egbuka or A.J. Brown?
Oh, man. I don't want to be too reactionary. That's tough. I feel
it's A.J. Brown. It has to be A.J. Brown for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, in 2 years from now?
Yeah.
Or at the end of the year, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it very well could.
I just feel like at KTC, it is inflated a little bit. And this just shows you, this is why I've been playing Dynasty a little bit more like redraft, because people are so reactionary and you can capitalize in some leagues, not all leagues, some leagues on some of this hype.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, especially in redraft too. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, I feel like a little bit inflated, but we got to be pretty happy. And I think he was consensus our wide receiver too. Travis Hunter was my wide receiver one on film.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did have.
Yeah, he was my number 2. Yeah. I mean, probably Tet should have been there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just, and Ted's getting targets. I mean, Bryce Young. And it really wasn't even Bryce Young. That was just film wise. Like, I just felt like the upside with them guys was a little higher personally for me. But let's talk about who sponsors this show real quick, Muscles, and that's Fast Draft. Go to the Fast Draft app. And yes, you can still get on the Fast Draft app for the simple reason that there's DFS now. Might be no more best ball, but right before the show, Muscles, I did a little Flex 6 frenzy. So you get in there, just like a little draft, 6 rounds, go to the 7th round, and you draft your team, and that's your DFS lineup. And you can also go over to the Quick 6 Super Slam. I did my first Quick 6 Super Slam there the other day. And you basically, it's super easy. You just go in there, you pick 6 players, and you set your boosters. There's 2 times, 1.75, 1.5. If you want Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, you can get them all. You just set your boosters, you see what happens. So
that's interesting. I haven't played around with that one yet. I'll have to do that.
Yeah. So just
is that just for a week?
What's that?
Is that just for this week?
No, that was last week. It's every week.
Okay, so but it's just a 1-week contest.
Yeah, it's just a 1-week contest. So
okay,
if you guys are interested, everybody listening to the Fast Draft app, go over there, use the promo code POWER if you are a first-time depositor. They will match you up to $50. You can use $10. Try it out. Use that promo code. You get $20. So you can end up doing a couple of these competitions, see if it's for you. I really like it. I like you can set the boosters. It kind of, in my opinion, goes away from lineup trains and just a way that you can get in there and try to get a little bit different. So
yeah,
go over to the Fast Draft app, check it out, use that promo code, once again, POWER, and they will match you up to $50 if you are a first-time depositor. Muscles, let's go ahead. Let's jump in to this slow start for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, man. This is something that usually happens. I can't remember if it was you or Adam that told me a little stat like with Joe Burrow, how his record going into like week 1 and 2, but real slow start. I mean, if you had Jamar Chase in several leagues, really disappointed, obviously. Just bad. I mean, other than Chase Brown and really just got in for a touchdown, you were disappointed.
Yeah, it must have been Adam. I mean, I did say, I believe there was one half where the Bengals ran only 3 possessions or something like that. Like,
yeah, it was ugly. It was just
it was ugly. Like the Browns definitely they didn't get
should have lost the game.
Yeah. The Browns did what they were supposed to do. They kept Joe Burrow and all them off the field, and but like I was telling you, it's like his defense almost so bad that it's not good for, Now, granted, when the Ravens play him, it's just going to be like Derrick Henry down their throat, and they're going to have quick touchdowns. But when the Browns offense was kind of it's just like they were just chopping them up, like, first down, and then there goes another 2 minutes, and then first down, and then there goes another 2 minutes, and then first down. I mean, Derrick Henry will just be like their 70-yard touchdown, but this defense might just be bad. I mean, Joe Flacco, he looked good.
Yeah.
And
Old man Flacco.
So I kind of worried a little bit. Like the Bengals are always,
they start slow.
They always start slow, but it's just, I hope the defense starts slow too and gets a little bit better.
Yeah. I agree, King. Fannin, he was a big surprise. And shout out to Dynasty Dog Mike. He has been a Harold fan. Like, he is a Fannin guy, like, through and through. So, like, for him, I'm sure he was jumping for joy. I know I got a message about it, and I was, hey, props due. Now, here's a question. If David Njoku moved, like we know Cleveland has to know that they are probably a back runner out of this team. Like they just are not going to be that good. They're kind of held together. The defense is all right, but they got the issues with Judkins. Like you got Shedeur Sanders, who you drafted later on, that just it probably, let's be realistic, probably not going to really work out, right?
Right.
Like they're probably going to be looking for a quarterback next year. They got some more capital. Like they kind of feel like they know they're in a rebuilding stage. Could they end up getting some more capital and moving David Njoku and just rolling with Fannin?
I mean, if I was a Browns GM, that's what I'd be trying to do, but it's the Browns, so it's really hard to say. Yeah, I mean, I would be calling to try to get any piece of asset that's, expiring off the team. But yeah, I mean, Fannin just he looks like the target. To target out of this Browns offense. I mean, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, I think had a good stat line. Jerry Jeudy was kind of but yeah, I mean, it looks like Fannin was the out of nowhere RKO, surprise.
And one of my bold takes before the season was Dylan Sampson outscores Quinshon Judkins. Like I said, not going to victory lap because obviously Judkins missed. Judkins did sign and looks like he could play this week. Now, how much does he play? We'll see. But it was a Dylan Sampson game script. And I'm really happy kind of just to see that Dylan Sampson was used heavily in the pass game. Like Jerome Ford absolutely couldn't do nothing. I've just never been the biggest Jerome Ford guy.
Yeah.
Does
I was
Dylan Sampson
on that bandwagon and it didn't work out?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, and I think we'll just kind of just take the Jerome Ford stuff, put it in a box, and just let it go, whatever. But does Dylan Sampson still get this game script when Quinshon Judkins is back? I think that's a big question. And, do you buy into Dylan Sampson because you think he's going to continue to get that game script? Do you sell Dylan Sampson because you feel like, hey, Judkins is going to come in here and just get all of it? I lean that I still think it's going to be game script dependent. And I feel like Cleveland's going to throw the ball a lot. Like they were actually in this game and he got the game script. What if they aren't in the game next week? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they play, I'm curious. I want to see who Cleveland plays next week because the Ravens, right? Okay. The Ravens get up on them. Now it is a division game. We'll kind of see. But if the Ravens get up, is he more heavily involved because Joe Flacco has to sling the ball? He already slung it 45 times last? Yeah, 31 to 45 for Joe Flacco.
Wow.
So
see, that was my thing with Sampson. I was offered a trade, and I ended up talking to the guy afterwards because he sent me a trade for 2026 second. I give up my second. I get Dylan Sampson. And I was like, man, like that's not a bad offer. And I told him, I said, that's not a bad offer. I don't know when you're going to be able to just shove him in your lineup. Like if it was best ball, I would be more inclined. It's just one of those. My running backs are decent in that league. So I was like, I offered him a third and he was like, oh, I paid a third. So then I offered him 2/3 and he was like, nah. Just like I can't do it because It's going to be hard. Like you said, it's going to be hard with Judkins back to sit here and predict like, oh, should I start Sampson this week? Should I not start Sampson this week?
And that kind of goes into the risk factor, right? Like you're not trading a first for him unless he really like takes over all work, right?
Right.
Like, so for me, you're never really going to have to pay more than a second probably. So let him take that risk and you might be able to get him later for 2/3 or a roster clogger type player and a third.
Right.
Or you have backs go down and he's like, hey, you can take Dylan Sampson for a second and you could use him going a playoff run. And you have to give a second and a third. Okay, whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's taking the risk. I don't really see that price going up in the first round. And I love Dylan Sampson, but we have to kind of be honest about that.
Right.
So, yeah, I think you probably made the right move. I would probably hold off on that. But any other takeaways from that game? I think just really Harold Fannin and Dylan Sampson
Yeah.
with the game script, and just be patient with your Cincinnati Bengals. You're firing them up again next week. It's all going to
Yeah.
be good. It'll be fine as long
Don't
as
go trading Jamar Chase for peanuts.
right. Let's jump into the Jaguars game just real quick here. So Travis Etienne leads the backfield, something that we were very, very adamant on, Muscles, that we felt like he fits this Liam Cohen offense the best out of these guys. I mean, Bayshell Tootin as well, but Bayshell Tootin is a rookie, had some fumbling problems, so we kind of really felt very strongly it was going to be Travis Etienne. Then Tank Bigsby gets traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe, for what, two fifth round picks,
5th and a 6th or something like that.
and just crushes our Will Shipley hopes and dreams of if Barkley goes down and gets the opportunity. Will Shipley was getting a little bit of work there too against Dallas, and then ends up, I think he hurt his ribs and he missed the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But it said it came across Sleeper that had nothing to do with that injury. I don't know, but I think this is a good spot actually for Tank Bigsby, and I'm not the biggest Tank Bigsby guy, but this is a very good line here in Philly, and he is much better. I think they really wanted A.J. Dillon to work and just realized that A.J. Dillon's just not that good at football. Has an awesome football card collection. Shout out to the guy. Seems like a cool dude, but just not really, in my opinion, a good running back. So
yeah, huge quads.
Yeah, big quads, But I think this is, what do we do with Tank Bigsby now? Let's decipher that.
I think he's got to be in discussion as one of the top handcuffs. I mean, like you said, that's one of the best lines in the NFL. If something would happen to Barkley, I know we were talking about it a couple shows ago. It's like he's going up against a lot of curses, and whether you believe in that or not, that's on you. But like, if something would happen to Barkley, Tank Bigsby's getting that workload behind that line. So
yeah,
it could be not wheels up, but I mean it could be really good for Tank Bigsby.
He could get put into a really nice situation, I feel like. I'm kind of curious. Okay. Tank Bigsby or Brian Robinson, who Brian Robinson got a little bit of work. We'll touch on him here in a little bit.
Man,
off the bat, I'm gunning right away.
Yeah, I think they're both in the same role. I mean, I think you gotta go Tank Bigsby right now because of the situation. Although they are using Brian Robinson more in the run game. I mean, it seems like
good call by you, Muscles.
I think if he would have got a touchdown, I think we're more, in on him. But he didn't get a touchdown, so his stat line, I don't believe he got a touchdown anyway. So his stat line looks kind of low.
Brian Robinson is one spot ahead of Tank Bigsby on Keep Trick. Like, this is neck and neck, and it's very close for me. I think you'd go either way there.
Yeah, I'm in on both of them.
I am too.
Yeah, probably for their price. What is their, like, are they running back 30s? 20s?
Running back 45 and running back 46. So
yeah.
I think there's actually a little bit of value on both these guys. Let's say Tank Bigsby or Tajay Spears.
Yeah, I'd go Tank.
I would too. Jaden Blue or Tank Bigsby?
Tank.
Ollie Gordon or Tank Bigsby?
Tank.
I'm right there with you. Braylon Allen or Tank Bigsby?
I think I'm still Tank.
I think.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I think I'm Tank. I think I'm Tank.
Are you Tank? I couldn't blame you if you went Allen, because I mean, if you're going Allen for the future, I mean, if Allen does get the starting job next year,
and here's why. Let me explain why. I really think Philadelphia understands that they're a very good football team. I'm not saying they're Super Bowl worthy. What they showed us against Dallas, they're not Super Bowl worthy right now, but they understand they have a very, very good team. So why give Barkley a shit ton of touches and save him for playoffs or when they
Yeah.
actually really need him? So do they kind of take the workload off of him a bit and use Tank? That's why I think they made this move, man. Like they understand they can't do that.
Yeah, and that's kind of what King's saying here with CMC getting 33 touches is horrible load management. I think they're going to do the same thing
They have to
with
because George Kittle's
CMC.
out. Big
Yeah.
beneficiary.
Mm-hmm.
He is a big beneficiary. So yeah,
So-
it was a horrible load management. Muscles did call this. We're going to touch on the game, but Muscles called this. He said, "Hey, I think they're going to use Brian Robinson a lot more in the backfield," and they did. They did, but like
Yeah.
Brock Purdy had to throw it to CMC. It wasn't even just the touches; it was like all the catches and just they have nobody else. They have White Boy Rick and they have CMC. Like that's it. Juwan Jennings is banged up. George Kittle goes to the IR. Who's that Tongues that caught the touchdown pass?
Yeah, I saw he's like high on the waiver wire list in all the leagues, but
It was actually a really nice catch.
yeah.
Brock Purdy just threw it up.
What do we think we have to pay for Tank and Brian Robinson? Is Brian Robinson probably a second? Do you think Tank's a second also, or do you think Tank?
I think people are more on Brian Robinson than they are Tank.
So you think like Tank's a third?
I think you could probably get Tank for a third. Put in the comments, guys, if you're listening. Do you think it's a third for Tank?
Yeah, because I mean, if it's a third for Tank, I think I'm in.
I am too.
I mean, a second for Robinson. I think we're getting back to that. I think that's tough because
because here's the thing. We didn't really touch on this. Jordan Mason got a ton of touches for Minnesota. And he looked good. Would you rather give up a second and something else and get Jordan Mason, or would you rather go up a second and get Brian Robinson? Like I think I'd lean Jordan Mason, give that little extra, whatever it is.
Yeah, I would too.
Not even just saying draft capital. Say you got to give up, a prospect that did absolutely. I don't want to say it did absolutely nothing, but like, let's go down. I don't know, an older tier prospect that like was Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would feel okay about that. Rashad White, like somebody like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's just hard because, like, so if Barkley goes down, you're starting Tank. Like, you can,
right?
You're starting Tank unless you have like Chase Brown and Bucky Irving, then whatever. But like, you can start Tank. If CMC goes down, can we really like fire up Brian Robinson? Like, I just don't feel warm and fuzzy about that because I feel like Brian Robinson's role isn't going to go up a whole lot. Like, Brian Robinson's still going to get the carries. I don't think he's going to get a lot of the passing work. Like, I think that might be where Garendo comes in or something like that.
Point.
So like, I just don't see. I don't know. I think Brian Robinson has a low ceiling.
Right. He's more and it's kind of the same with Jordan Mason, I guess, if you really think about it, because he catches the ball, but that's Aaron Jones.
Down, yeah, exactly. If Aaron Jones goes down, I don't really see Jordan Mason to the moon. But like, if Barkley goes down, I think I'm in on Tank Bigsby out of all of them, because if Barkley goes down, it would be wheels up for Tank.
This is a name that popped up on here. What are you doing with Joe Mixon? Does Joe Mixon play this year?
No.
I'm not saying you trade Joe. Do you trade Joe Mixon and would you get like a Tank plus? Because I think you're definitely getting a plus, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but Joe Mixon is below. Joe Mixon on KTC right now is running back 50. He's actually below them.
That's crazy. How old is Mixon?
Mixon is 30.
I know. I was gonna say I know he's
29. He's 29.
Yeah, I don't know. He did just get a new deal, didn't he?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he didn't.
Nope. I don't believe so.
I don't want to say I see him retiring, but like,
I don't know. It just doesn't look good.
I could just see the end just coming soon.
But if Saquon were to get hurt or anything, like, probably not getting that. Like you're probably not getting.
No.
Do you move off Joe Mixon and get one of your? Like I think. Do you get Tank or do you get like? Would you try to get a Jordan Mason? Like I think I'm willing to move off Joe Mixon and try to get one of them and get a little plus personally.
Yeah, I am
What
too.
the little plus is anything you can really get because I think just in the long run, I think Joe Mixon is almost done. Like I really do. If you get a Dylan Sampson, something like that, like I'm fine with that. According to KTC, you can't get that done, but I don't know, man. I feel like in a lot of leagues you probably have a chance.
I feel like Joe Mixon has that name value. Yeah.
I do too. So other than that, I mean, we've seen, Brian Thomas kind of really struggled, really, really disappointed in his performance. Travis Hunter just kind of blah, just nothing real special. So just
big disappointment was Trevor Lawrence. I was all in on him.
We'll never learn, Muscles. We'll never learn.
No, I mean, I think it's just to the point. Maybe we just let him beat us. I mean, we sat there. We were like, yeah, Baker or Trevor Lawrence over Baker, Trevor Lawrence over Jordan Love.
I know, and that was just a week ago.
And I hate to overreact, but this might be bad.
It might be. I mean, he's quarterback 19, so obviously a lot of people, really kind of moved off him. Would you, speaking today, do you think that sounds about right? I mean, so in front of him's Kyler Murray, Michael Penix, Baker Mayfield. I mean, I don't want to.
Penix is kind of. I don't know. I'm just not. Dude. I'm not sold on Penix yet.
I'm not either, and I'm not moving T-Law. I'm not going crazy yet. It was 1 week.
T-Law is probably younger than Penix.
T-Law will be 26 very soon, and Penix is 25, so we're almost the same age.
Okay, almost, yeah. So I think I'm gonna take the prodigy and hope that somebody unlocks him, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. Let's see what happens again next week because this is a new offense. I know Carolina. I get it. I just don't want to. I don't want to put them up like quarterback 12 last week and then be like he's quarterback 20 this week. Like,
yeah, I gotta have Cohen. We'll give Cohen some time. I don't know how Baker was week 1 with Cohen. I mean, maybe he struggled. I don't know.
But I would say, like we definitely got to have McCarthy up there because I can't remember what we said with that, to be honest. But like McCarthy showed me enough.
Yeah.
Again, not there on Penix yet, but I mean, and Penix looked good. But just saying that, like, I can't just over 1 week, do that. But let's jump into that New Orleans game just real quick because we got to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. Not a ton of volume, but did have 70 yards, like 70 and a touch.
Yeah.
So did get in the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr., how do you feel about him? Now, I did see a tweet out. I believe it was Matt Harmon. He finally got a screen because he did not use him in any like screen slants. Everything was just pure X outside stuff. So actually getting a screen was nice to see. And hopefully that kind of continues with Marvin Harrison Jr., right? Like they kind of move him around and, see how that goes. But where are you at in Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, I know that was one of the biggest bitches is they never really use them. They never put them in motion. They never, know. So this was against the Saints. I mean, let's temper our expectations a little bit. I want to see it somewhere else. But it was good to see. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Marvin Harrison, but is it – I don't know what it is about this offense. I haven't watched enough Cardinals games and know. Listen, they went through all kinds of offensive coordinators, head coaches, this, that, and the other. Is it Kyler Murray? I don't know. This offense is going to go through Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. It's 7-4. Now Trey Benson. But and it just doesn't seem like it can feed more than Trey McBride and James Conner most of the time. Like that's
right.
even last year, who did you want, in redraft or, whatever? Like, you weren't starting Marvin Harrison with any sort of warmy fuzzies.
Right.
So I want to see more.
I want to see more, but I'm happy with what
I
I
am. That's what I'm trying to get at, and I'm trying to
I'm
push the
happy.
foot around it. I'm happy about it. I do want to see more because I feel like against the Saints, I know Kyler was sick,
Yeah.
but like I was expecting like 100 and plus yards. Like this was a Saints team, and the Saints team actually didn't look bad.
Yeah,
Didn't look
surprisingly.
didn't look as bad as what I thought.
Right.
I'll
right.
put it like that. I mean, I thought they were going to win 2 games at most, and if you look at this roster, it's terrible. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sometimes just
they played harder than we thought. But I was
Right.
expecting 100 plus out of Marv.
which he ends up getting, 71. That's what I thought. It was right around 70. So like they get Carolina next week, so another good matchup, which not take anything away from JC Horn, like it's a good corner. So we'll see kind of like what they do. Do they continue to kind of try to get the ball in his hands and let him make the best of it? We'll see. I believe in the talent so much with Marvin Harrison Jr. that like still definitely in. KTC has him as wide receiver 12. So the question is, would you take Emeka Ibuka or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I think I'm on the Ibuka train.
You're on the Ibuka side there. I think I'm still going to lean Marvin Harrison Jr. just because I believe in the prospect. I just hope, because here's my thing with Marvin Harrison, right? And I had a talk with somebody on TikTok about this. Was, he's out on him because they didn't change anything. I get that, but if they don't change this offense, who do you think is going to be going? Marvin Harrison Jr. or the offensive coordinator?
Definitely the offensive coordinator.
That's the thing, man. Like something else will change. They'll get somebody in there to make it better. It sucks. He will lose value if they just do nothing with him. But I think he's a good prospect. I think he's a damn good NFL. I don't want to say NFL, a damn good football player that he'll get this figured out. And I think that's the problem that we talked a show or two ago was hype players, right? Like kind of how these guys are expectations are way up here and they don't finish way down here, but they kind of finish in the middle and we're like they suck. They're no good.
Yeah, what did Harrison finish as? Because I don't think it was as bad as, like you said, like what we think he finished. But I'm looking it up right now.
He kind of got saved on touchdowns if we want to go because he finished as wide receiver 30 in PPR. But the thing was he was saved by the 8 touchdowns because he only had 885 yards.
Yeah, 885 yards to knock
which still isn't. Which, as I'm sitting there saying that, I'm kind of feeding into it, right? He only had 885 yards.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I mean. Yes, especially whenever you're in a class where Brian Thomas was a wide receiver 1, Malik Neighbors was a wide, Lad McConkey was a wide receiver 1. So like, that doesn't help your case either.
Yeah, it is the Arizona landing spot, and I think, like we said, we saw multiple coaches, multiple OCs, and nothing seems to change. It just
right, and that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't work, the offensive coordinator will be gone. Like they put a lot of investment in this. He was, this big prospect coming out. I don't know.
Do you think until they get rid of Kyler Murray, do you think anything changes? Like, I'm not saying it is Kyler Murray. I haven't watched enough, like, from getting to end Arizona games to exactly, like, dissect and know. I honestly don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is, but
it doesn't help.
It just doesn't seem like anything that they do gets anything going.
Right. Well, we shall see, especially with the Panthers. He's going to have a decent game because if he doesn't, people are going to really, I think, react, right? Because the Panthers defense shouldn't be great. But, and I think another thing out of that are Trey Benson. We like Trey Benson. He came out and, looked pretty damn good as that other back there. So, if there's a buying, I don't want to say if there's a buying window, like we'll just have to kind of see, right? Because The 60 yards on the ground, people will box score that, but he looked good. He looked good.
Yes. Yes.
Next, I want to talk about, now we can finally get into this New York Jets Pittsburgh game, right? Jets offense looked really good. The consolidated targets to Garrett Wilson, which wasn't a ton, but that's really where Justin Fields is looking to get the ball. And I really, really like the RPO stuff that they ran. Tanner Engstrand, man, I really like that. They did a good job with Breece Hall. You, Muscles, I believe it was you. I wish we had that picture to put up here, but where they ran the ball completely away from TJ Watt the whole time. Adam, if you're still in here, I know that was something we talked about where like they were going at TJ Watt and RPO stuff, and you could tell Watt was frustrated, like he was just trying to hit Fields. So like they did a really good job trying to kind of contain TJ Watt and get Breece Hall the ball and run it to that left side.
Yeah, I know it was Ray G that said like TJ Watt was on skates the entire game and it wasn't he didn't mean it in a good way. But yeah, that graph showed like every run play with Breece Hall. And for some reason, I don't know why, I know defensive coordinator said at one point, I believe it was in the preseason or in training camp, like they wanted to move TJ Watt around, but apparently they just didn't. But yeah, I mean, TJ Watt, if your quarterback, TJ Watt lined up on the right side and they just ran the ball on the left side every single time. And yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. I will say that was one of the funnest Steeler games I remember watching in a while.
I thought the same damn thing, man. A lot of people at work were saying, they're like, I was like, man, I am like, it was a fun game to me. I know the defense might have maybe gave up some points, whatever, but like, you got to think, man, we had Ben with his arm that just nothing was there for 2 extra years, and he deserved that. Everything he did for the Steelers, whatever. Then we had the Kenny Pickett experience. We had the Russell Wilson experience. So, like, we went through some guys that it just was ugly, like very, very ugly. And I know coaching was definitely drawing a blank. Who was the offensive coordinator? It was horrible for us.
That was horrible. Canada.
Yeah. Oh, Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada. Yeah, he was horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to the point where, like, I don't even think he could have did anything with the high school team. But, like, the thing is to actually come out here, Aaron Rodgers throwing 4 touchdowns. Yes, the running game didn't look good, but we can establish that. And that's another thing I was really surprised about. We're not the biggest Caleb Johnson guys. We don't hate him, but we just don't love him. I think he only had like a carry, maybe 2.
Yeah.
He was returning kicks.
Yeah, and he fumbled one, actually.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So that's not good.
No, that's not good at all. And maybe that's a big reason why a lot of this was happening. I don't really know, but I also, put in a Discord a chart. Kenneth Gainwell, I believe, led all the backs with opportunities.
That's an Arthur Smith special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they need to get it figured out with Caleb, because I think he could bring that bruising part, because that was something that Sterling said. It's like Gainwell and Jaylen Warren are kind of the same type player, so it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think Caleb Johnson, if they could get him going and wear down a defense, and then bring in Gainwell and Warren, I think they could complement each other very well.
They should have been in, like, if they're worried about Caleb Johnson like fumbling or whatever's going on, they should have been in this Tank Bigsby consideration. Like, saying. And I don't know how good Tank Bigsby would be there, because I feel like he benefits from a good line, because the line's still a little bit suspect for us, for the Steelers. Like,
it is. Jones.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. Miss after miss, I feel like at times.
Yeah.
But that other depth piece would have been nice. So we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens there. But, if there is a buying window on Caleb, I definitely think dynasty-wise, you need to check on that. But other than that, yeah, very, very happy with the Steelers. We'll kind of see what happens. And
So where do you think Justin Fields goes from here? I mean, do you think this was Justin Fields playing,
so let's go.
a suspect Steeler team, or do you think?
I don't think
Because
it's suspect at all.
yeah, I mean that's
I mean,
just
you got
I
a
just
game
wanted-
plan. You got a
I just
game
wanted
plan
your
around
opinion,
TJ
yeah.
Watt.
Yeah, I just wanted your opinion on this. I didn't know if you were, because I mean, if Justin Fields stays healthy and they can utilize his RPO the whole year, I think this is.
I
This is a
am
good-
very excited. Okay? KTC has him quarterback 24. Okay,
Oh
so
wow!
would you rather have Justin Fields or Jared Goff?
No, definitely Justin Fields.
Would you rather have Justin Fields or Bryce Young?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields or Dak Prescott?
Man,
I think I'd probably lean Dak there.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's like unless you're kind of rebuilding / middle of the road, then I think you gamble on Fields. But I think Dak's the lock and loaded. Is going to be the top 10 guy if healthy. Fields is still kind of a question mark.
Justin Fields or Jackson Dart?
I think I'm going to go Fields.
I'm going Fields there too. And then I think Trevor Lawrence. I still lean Trevor Lawrence personally, but
yeah, and I agree with Adam. The scheme and the game plan with the Jets. We were screaming that last year with the Steelers. It's like I don't. Arthur
they take
Smith,
the training wheels off.
Yeah, I think Arthur Smith was just too egotistical and was like, "You're going to run the offense my way, and if you don't fit it, that's on you. That's not on me." And I'm drawing a blank on who the Jets' new OC is, but I think
Tanner Engstrand.
Yeah, I think he just did the perfect. It's like the Lamar Jackson. Like if Lamar Jackson was on any other team, it might not be the same Lamar Jackson, but
Hey, don't be bringing that T-Law hating here, Adam. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. And I say the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm not saying they would be bad, but if Patrick Mahomes was a Cleveland Brown, would it be the same if he didn't have Andy Reid? Would Tom Brady be Tom Brady? I'm not saying he wouldn't be good, but would he be Tom Brady without Bill Belichick? And vice versa. Would Bill Belichick be Bill Belichick without Tom Brady?
Right.
Like,
So
it's a good partnership. Like, it's a good scheme. There's so many other things that go around it, and I believe in this scheme. I don't think the Steelers defense is like this bad. I really like how they're utilizing him. So like if he's going 24, we have him more around quarterback 20, I feel like, Muscles. And I'm in. He was a player that we talked about last year where we were trying to give a first this year. What can we do to get Justin Fields? And a lot of times people don't answer, they don't decline it, they don't accept it, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really good spot for Justin Fields. Let me see who the Jets have next week, because that price could definitely go up because people are reacting fast. So the Jets play the Bills next week, which Lamar Jackson had a good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, just they can run around.
Yeah, that'll be a tough game.
It'll definitely be a tough game. Then the Jets have the Buccaneers. Not a bad matchup.
No.
I mean, they really did a good job against the run. Is that because Caleb McGreary was out? I don't know. But Bijan Robinson saved you because he had 100 yards receiving. Like, he didn't do shit on the ground.
And that's why Bijan Robinson's the number 1 running back. He doesn't need to do it on the ground.
Nope, exactly. Thank you for that, Muss. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, when you only have 24 yards on the ground and you're still running back 1, I mean, I think he was, I believe, I could be wrong on that. I think he was still running back 1 on the week.
I just want to see, can the Steelers keep this up as a Steelers fan? We will see. Hopefully they do. I mean, yes, I know King was saying earlier, like they have to like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder as well. I mean,
he was.
But going into Sunday, probably right around 11 o'clock, we got an alert over Sleeper. It was phones were going off everywhere. Chris Rodriguez was a healthy scratch. So people were putting them freaking tweets right in the shredder, right? I mean, fantasy receipts is on there, like, going through. It's Chris Rodriguez is gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the guy. He's a fucking healthy scratch. I was shocked by it. Like
I was too.
We were very high on, hey, go out, give a second for Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Like, we kind of broke that down. Check out the other episodes. And really my explanation was like, Brian Robinson was getting traded. Like, we knew if they didn't trade him, they were probably releasing him. So Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt was going to get a role. I mean, we thought, yeah, Chris Rodriguez might eat around the goal line, whatever, and Austin Eckler becomes a value. But whenever he's a healthy scratch, right there, fire up your Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. And he ends up getting right around 80 yards, and he does get in the end zone. So, yeah, pretty of a surprise. You're not even getting him for a second now, I bet.
Nope. So, yeah, I got him. I was in that league with you. I got him for a second. Everybody was laughing at me, and I was like, I mean, whatever.
That's why you do. If you play Dynasty and you want to win, you got to put that shit to the side.
No, you do. You do.
You have to, because if you don't, you'll never win. If you care about what everybody else thinks and says, you got to take risk. And I feel like, for me personally, that's why we were like, hey, you got to go out and get this guy. Give up a 26-second, like, whatever. I trade a 26-second to trade up in the third and grab him. In a league where it was points per carry as well.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, like, you kind of have to listen. And will it work out next year? Hey, we'll take next year as it comes. That's why I said I'm playing Dynasty more like redraft, because we're trying to figure out shit on a weekly basis, let alone a yearly fucking basis. Like,
right.
It's hard. Like, we're sitting here saying, like, oh, we kind of like Will Shipley if he goes down. Well, next thing you know, Tank Bigsby traded. Who would have guessed that? Like, that's why you can't play, like, too far, because it changes so fast. So let's talk a little Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Moss. He has gone running back 25 on KTC now. So right outside of a running back too.
Wow.
So I don't even really want to do would you rather. We'll just wait and see, because we can't really be too,
reactionary. I feel like that's all reactionary there.
I feel like it is too, but at the same time, if he's getting the work, that might be right around. That might be the ceiling for him, but that might be right around where he evens out throughout the year, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a starting, I don't think Austin Eckler did anything. He was healthy, wasn't he? Eckler?
Yeah, he was healthy. He just did okay,
Yeah,
and I still think Eckler will have some weeks. I really do.
So if Merritt can fill the Brian Robinson role, we saw Brian Robinson be a running back one. I believe, if he wasn't a running back one, he was right outside running back one.
I think he was running back two. I feel like he was like right around 20-ish.
Okay. I remember he had that one really good year.
Let me go back. Let me look. I'm a little bit curious. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
But anyway, if he could fill that role, like you said, I mean, for them prices, I would be in, but I do want to see it a couple more weeks.
Right. You only and that's why you have to be a little reactionary, because the price is going to go too high. Like I said, and that was kind of our reasoning, right? Like, you can find another Jack. What'd Jack Beck do?
Yeah.
What fucking Trey Harris do? Was he even on the field? Quentin Johnson had the touchdowns. Like that's why you can't really put a player to the pick. You got to say, like, hey, I feel like these guys are replaceable. So say this, instead of Jack Beck, you played Kayshon Boutte, who had 100 yards and he was free.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of the reasoning for me, and that's kind of what I tried to put behind it. Like, of course you got to put a cap on it as well. But Brian Robinson, he was running back. So last year,
I see that. 2023. I'm looking at the game by game. I think that was the year I'm thinking of. If you look at like game by game, he was really good, and then he missed 2 games.
Okay.
So that kind of,
we'd have to look on a points per game, which
it might have been. He was running back 1 overall twice, and he was a running back 1. Okay, another 1 time, and running back 2 basically every week other than that. And then, like I said, he did miss the 2 games, so I don't know what he was point per game, but
yeah. but that's something you got to consider too. This is a good line. They bring in Laramie Tunsil. Like
Mhm.
all the signs are pointing up. So like
Yeah.
it just and that's the thing. Like a lot of times when you hit on these guys, you gotta get them fast. Like Puka Nakua when he was available, week 1. You know what I mean? Like you have to react at some point. Like a lot of times you're trying to pick up week 5 waiver wire guys and they do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's a reactionary guys that you got to pick up fast and get them fast. So
Yeah, and I mean, especially with these rookies, because like I remember, like last year, let's take for example, like Jaden Daniels. Like Jaden Daniels started off hot. Like it seemed like I remember doing a show with you, and it was like week 3. We were like, oh, like Trevor Lawrence or Jaden Daniels. We're all like, that's too early. Like, could you imagine trading Trevor Lawrence for Jaden Daniels now? That'd be.
Nope.
So, like,
Yeah.
like this dynasty is all about taking risks. And I mean, if you believe in them, I'm not saying go out and overpay, but
right.
Right.
If you want to give up a late first for them, it might work out. Like it might. They also might draft somebody. Like they might bring in a free agent. Like that's something that I definitely think can happen because JCM is a little bit older of a prospect. He's been playing college football since like 2019 or 18 or played for a long, long time. So like he is an older prospect, something to kind of take into consideration as well. But let's just touch on the San Francisco game, real quick, just with the CMC stuff. Like I know we hit on it a little bit, but we definitely think CMC is going to be a big beneficiary. Kittle goes to the IR today. Really tough news. Has a hamstring injury. If you're on TikTok, follow Sports Doc. He has really good videos where he breaks this stuff down. You'll see me retweeting it, or not retweeting them, but reposting them and stuff. Like, does a really, really good job with this stuff, and I really enjoy watching them. And that's what he's kind of said. We'll have to see what happens, but kind of was showing the blood flow and like how this injury happens and works, and how it usually, everything kind of calculates for it. So, yeah, check him out. And it just sucks to see him go on the IR and kind of like, what next? What next? Because it feels like San Francisco has not been healthy at all to start the season. We're only in week 1.
Yeah, if I told you CMC was like the healthiest guy on the team, you'd probably laugh. But yeah,
right. And he even had a calf injury.
Brock Purdy's banged up. I guess he's got like 3 separate injuries, like a shoulder and a toe, and he's banged up. Kittle's banged up. Juwan Jennings is banged up. Slick Rick's still all right, I guess. But it's
and I think, and that's the thing. Big takeaways from this: you're going to see more Brian Robinson. I feel like you're going to see a huge dose of Christian McCaffrey. Like they are going to try to feed him the ball through the air, on the ground. Brian Robinson beneficiary, and Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall looked good.
Now, here's the thing. Before the news breaks, because, I mean, there are like 2 or 3 separate injuries with Brock Purdy. Before the news breaks, I'd probably go out and try to see what you have to pay if you are a Brock Purdy owner for Mac Jones. Because, I mean, if Mac Jones is a starter, I don't think that's going to be a bad –
right.
Mac Jones, I mean, he's a above serviceable guy. And with a Kyle Shanahan, offense, it is a banged-up offense. But, I think he could be, kind of sneaky for that week 2 or / week 3 start.
That's a good point, Moss. That's a good point.
But I think once they roll Purdy out, I don't think you're getting them. Obviously, that Mac Jones owner is going to be stingy, but
yeah. I mean, and Mac Jones, that's still from that draft. Is San Francisco going to draft him? And the media scared him out, and they drafted Trey Lance. I'm not convinced. Like I feel like Mac Jones might have been the pick for them, and I think he fits the offense pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Adam says, do you think CMC's fantasy numbers lower with Debo gone? I don't. I think with Debo gone, the biggest beneficiary guy would be George Kittle, and unfortunately, without George, I think George was in line for a huge year. Like, and I still think when he's back, he's in line for a good rest of the year if he can ever get the hamstring good. But CMC might be a beneficiary from it as well. Just the simple fact that they're forcing him the ball in PPR leagues. Like, his yards per carry wasn't great. 22 for 69? Not great. Not typical
Yeah.
CMC numbers, but he is getting a little bit older.
Right. So,
but yeah, I mean, Brandon Ayuk on the pup list, so not going to have him for a little while. Jennings dealing with a little bit of an injury, but yeah, I like the Mac Jones call, Mus.
yeah, could just be under the radar. I mean,
yeah, I like that. You've always been good with that in leagues.
If you have to start him, I mean, I'm saying if you have to.
Right. This is more super Right now, you might not have to because there's no bye weeks. But
right.
If it was a progressing thing where he misses time with bye weeks, yeah, you might have to throw him
They
in.
said the toe injury, I think, is the most severe. I think out of the
Really?
shoulder, toe. I don't know. He's got some. I guess there's 3 injuries. I don't.
Yeah, not looking good.
No.
Well, before we get out of here, we'll just kind of touch Thursday night game next week. We're going to have Commanders and Packers. So going to see if the Packers can kind of pick up where they left off with the Lions. And, can Jaden Daniels, can Washington team kind of, I don't want to say take a step forward because they played the Giants. It was week 1. Didn't look great. Didn't look horrible. Get the win, but I think this could be a pretty good game for a Thursday night game.
I think so too. I think the Packers. I think I'm definitely gonna put my money on the Packers here. I mean, Adam actually said it at work. I mean, the Packers look damn good. I mean, it didn't look like there was any rust at all. No week 1 jitters. No week 1 we have to put everything together. It just looked like they came out and they took care of business. I mean, the Commanders kind of struggled a little bit, like you said. They should have steamrolled the Giants, really.
Woo, Packers by 17.
I don't mind it, but
you do that, you outline that, you're gonna win some big money.
They Dable came out and said, "Oh, we're sticking with Russell Wilson." If he has to come out and say that already,
yeah,
how big is the leash?
I don't know. When do you think? Let's talk about that before we get out of here. Jackson Dart. When do you think he starts? When do you think they put him on the field? Because Malik Neighbors was definitely frustrated.
Yeah, it's got to be soon.
Giants fans are going to be calling, and he wants to keep his job as well. I feel like it's got to be a strategic game for him. Like I feel like it has to be soon, but yet not too soon, right? Because if Dable wants to keep his job, he can't start him too soon, and then he looks horrible. They're like, okay, we're going a different direction. He's got to start him at some point because that way he can kind of have the excuse of give him another year. Let me coach him another year. Because if you start him, say week 8, right, and he comes out and he looks really bad, the whole time, they're going to be like, okay, we're moving on. But if you start him week 14 and he shows a game, you know what I mean, and doesn't even win a game, and it's like, okay, give him another year. But at the same time, Malik Neighbors is throwing fits.
And Jackson Dart looked good in preseason. That's the thing that I think's going to be the thorn in the side is if Jackson Dart didn't look good in preseason, I don't think there would be that much heat. But I think if they start losing more games, the heat is going to be on. I think it's going to be like the Baker Mayfield in Cleveland where they start chanting and I don't know if you remember that, where it was every game they were chanting for Baker.
Yep.
I can't even remember who the starting quarterback was at that time. Was it Teddy? No, I wanted to say Bridgewater, but I don't think that was the case. I can't even remember, but it was I mean, the fans were on him, everybody was on him, and I think that's going to be the case with Dable because he had a good preseason. He's got all this hype, and Russell Wilson's just an unlikable guy. I'm sorry. I know. I don't think New York media is even going to like him, and New York media is the New York media. So
They got okay. So here we go. They're definitely not starting them next week. I don't, Dallas.
No.
You can go down to New Orleans. Yes, it's an easy matchup, but I feel like week 5 is too fast.
That's too fast. Yeah.
And then after New Orleans, say they did, then he gets Philly, Denver, Philly, San Francisco, Chicago.
Doesn't
I
seem
don't-
like good. No.
No, but here's my. I feel like week 13 or week 12, week 13, Detroit or New England. Like I know, maybe not Detroit because it's at Detroit and it is at New England. They probably want to start them at home. Could even go week 11 against not Green Bay. They're not going to.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The bye week's week 14. Could they put them out against Washington at home? I know Washington's a good defense. I don't think they're a great defense. I
Yeah.
feel like right around that week 15. So then they get 15, 16, 17, 18. Kind of gives them the excuse of like, hey, we got 4 weeks out of them. Let me use them next year.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. We will see. I mean, do you go out and try to get because we know he's going to start at one point. So like that's where if Daniel Jones keeps looking good, maybe you move like a Daniel Jones or somebody like that and try to get Jackson Dart. Like I know Jackson Dart's a little bit higher on KTC, but once these other guys start scoring points and stuff, things are going to move around real fast.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. They still have Jameis, don't they?
I don't know if they cut him or not. I feel like they might have let him go.
I couldn't remember. I was gonna say maybe
No, he's on the roster.
Maybe they just switched to Jameis at some point, and then they switched to Dart. I know that probably wouldn't be favorable, but I'm not rolling Jackson Dart out there against the Packers or against Denver or against Baltimore or against.
No.
You just can't do that.
No, can you imagine oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
No
So
way.
I would rather roll Jameis. No offense to Jameis, but
Right.
at least Jameis.
He was an
been around
emergency
a lot.
quarterback week 1. I was just looking at that. They started Jackson Dart over him. So yeah, kind of a little bit surprising there, but we'll close this show out. I think we gave a lot of our reactions. Tried not to overreact too much, but we definitely have to react on some of this because every week does matter. I mean,
Yeah.
even for NFL teams, just like fantasy, where you have to win some of these games, try to get into playoffs here. People are going to get hurt. There's going to be buys. So it's nice to come out hot, try to win some games because injuries are coming. I hate to say it. We already seen it. Brock Bowers. Hopefully he's all right. Like you brought up today, Muscles. He's fucking 10 o'clock Eastern time,
Yeah.
Monday night, questionable with the knee. So like that's where the auto sub does come in nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in some of our leagues, we don't have it. I don't know if I set it up in my leagues, to be honest, but it is a nice thing. I know people say it gets too best polished, but I'm kind of here for the auto sub for that reason.
I am too. I mean, we go to bed early. We're old men now, I guess. But like
East
I know
Coast old guys.
I know I'm gonna be in bed by 10 o'clock, and I don't know if he's gonna play. And if he's a game time decision, then what the hell do you do if you leave him in?
And that was the counterpoint, like to this that I brought up. I was like, if it is a healthy league, like a league that does trade, you try to trade for Michael Mayer to, in case. But the thing is, you've given up a second to get Michael Mayer, and then
he
doesn't even
Michael
play,
Mayer put up 10 points last week, so that owner is gonna be like,
I want a first and your newborn and your car.
Exactly, and then you're really screwed. So. Yeah,
Right.
I do like the auto sub feature. I will die on that hill.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, if you're in as many leagues as we are, that is a nice feature. Because if not, we would miss.
I got to cut some free because I'm in some free leagues too. Like, and I hate to be that way. I'm in ridiculous, and I hate you might be in more. You might be a more. It's like a full-time job for us to set our lineups. So.
It is. So,
but
yeah, that's where the auto sub is nice.
It is absolutely. If you guys enjoy listening to us, please go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, go follow us on any major podcasting platform. It's free to subscribe. It really helps us out. It's free to 5-star. Please, I mean it does absolutely help us. Follow us on TikTok. We'll be posting parts of these podcasts on there. Eventually, funny memes here and there. I like to throw some of them on. So, check that out. You can follow us over on Facebook, Twitter, any kind of that stuff. We really, really appreciate it. And let's see what's in store for next week. Muscles and I will be racing here. Well, not racing, but watching racing here. We'll be at the dirt track in Leonardville here Friday night. So anybody listening that's there, come say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely come say hi. So Appreciate the love, guys, and we'll see you next week on the Fantasy Football Power Hour.
See ya.
Yo, welcome to the Power Hour.